Timothy, can you hear me, sir?
What's going on, Steven?
Explain to me. Listen,
how you doing, Steve?
I appreciate it. I'm annoyed by this decision, Timothy, because I'm looking at Manny Pacquiao. I understand you got to give Jeff Horn credit, but I think everybody that's given him so much credit is because he came in with minimal to no expectations, and he definitely exceeded that. I didn't find him to be that efficient, and I certainly had him losing this fight, which you conferred with. I don't understand why folks seem okay with this decision, Timothy.
Well, you know what? Starting out, the reason why they're okay with this decision is because Manny Pacquiao tonight did show his age at 38 years of age. He showed his age tonight. Horn was out. He was out, I think it was the 8th or 9th round.
9th round.
Pacquiao had him hurt. But then the next round after that, 9th round. But in the round after that, you saw Pacquiao let off the gas pedal. You saw Horn, come on. The next 2 rounds, might have stole the next 2 rounds in this fight. He put up a great fight. I don't think he won the fight. Honestly, I don't think he won the fight. But I can tell you that he did enough in there to make it look like he won the fight.
But
Manny Pacquiao was bleeding, blood was dripping down his eyes. I mean, it looked like a Rocky show, but you know what? Horn got the victory tonight.
Mr. 5-time world champion. Here's my problem with what you're saying. You know boxing better than me without question. You've seen this guy throwing a punch, leading with his head, consistently knocking Manny upside the head with his own head, which is the only reason Manny Pacquiao was bleeding to begin with. I didn't hear you bring that up at all during the fight. The fact that he was leading and would throw a punch, that he would hold him, he would headbutt him, he would hit him behind the head. You brought up none of that. Why?
I said that Manny Pacquiao, that Jeff Horn was actually roughing him up. I didn't say anything about the head. We were talking about the headbutt clashes, as a team here. Teddy was. I felt that, Manny, look, honestly, I can tell you this. Manny got caught with some shots in there, some right hands. I'm not saying that Jeff Horn won this fight, but I'm just saying he did get caught with some shots. He did get bagged up at times. Manny Pacquiao caught him with the cleaner, effective punches. Don't take my word on that. But, I think that Jeff Horn honestly lost this fight. I can tell you that much. He lost this fight.
Okay. Go ahead, Steve.
We're good?
We're good.
No,
he lost the fight. Steve, he lost the fight, Steve. I get it.
All right.
But at the same time, Jeff Horn put up a heck of a fight. I don't know how it looked from y'all end, but he put up a heck of a fight, and it was a bloody mess, and he got the decision because it's here in Australia.
I'm just watching you give this dude all the credit in the world. You hit Manny with more shots than that. In the 2 losses you had to him, you hit shots. You hit Manny with more shots than Jeff Horn hit him with tonight.
I understand that, Stephen A. But you know what? I'm not a judge. I thought Manny won the fight. But I can tell you that Jeff Horn put up a heck of a fight, and he can arguably say that, he'll be tough for any welterweight in the division.
Okay.
Timothy,
myself.
I'll give you the credit because towards the end of the fight, you were the one, really it sounded like the only one, who said this will be closer than most people think it was.
Yeah, because the way the fight was developing, early on, you saw Jeff Horn pressing the action, hitting Manny Pacquiao at that time with right hands, bullying him, pushing him around, knock Manny down, threw him on the ground off balance. I mean, the judges, I don't know what they were looking at, but let me tell you, I think that they were just influenced by that. They were influenced by the blood dripping down in Manny's eye. They were influenced by the fact that Manny couldn't stop him, when Manny had him hurt, and Jeff Horn came back, the next 2 rounds to win the next 2 rounds in my eyes, and I thought he made it close for himself. I honestly did. I thought he made it close for himself because it is here in Australia, and I just felt that, guess what? He could end up getting this decision here.
Champion, Mr. 5-time champion, Timothy Bradley. I got to get at you with one more thing you just said. He could beat anybody in the division. I don't think he would beat Errol Spence Jr. I don't think that he would beat Keith Thurman. I don't think he would beat Danny Garcia. I don't see that happening.
I think he can compete with all of them. Honestly, I honestly think that this young guy can compete with all of them. He took Manny Pacquiao's best shot. He said,
okay. All right. I mean, I hear you. I hear him, Steve.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I saw him wide open.
Listen,
I saw him with his hands down.
Steve,
I saw him fatigued after the 7th round. I think he'd get put to sleep.
I get that, but it works for him. Manny Pacquiao had a hard time in the beginning of the fight. He had a hard time finding his timing. He did. I looked at Manny Pacquiao. He winked at me. I was like, okay, you know, this kid would eventually slow down. He did, maybe 1 or 2 rounds, but then he came on. And the headbutts and all that came in effect. Then all the blood dripping down in Manny Pacquiao's eye, it kind of influenced the judges to keep giving this kid rounds. That's what I think. That's the reason why we're here. Hey, we're here in Australia. I understand that. You know, he has the hometown crowd. But what I don't get is the fact that there were American judges here and they scored the fight for him. I don't get that. I thought Manny Pacquiao won the fight. But at the same time, you can arguably say that this young kid, he fought one heck of a fight and was very entertaining. And I think all the fans back at home loved the fight. Did you like the fight, Steve?
I like the fight.
Did you think it was a great fight?
The kid was game. He deserves a lot of credit. He hung in there. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I had him losing 8 rounds. I had him almost getting stopped in the 9th round, which means it was a 2-point round. To me, enough said. Enough said.
Hey, guys, let me ask you both this. In the essence of the sport, right now, I want to see the rematch again.
No.
You don't want to see this fight again?
Look, man.
You do not want to see this fight again?
No disrespect to Jeff Horn, but I watched him fight. I've seen Terrence Crawford. I've seen Errol Spence Jr. I've seen Keith Thurman. I've seen Sean Porter. I've seen Kell Brook, even though before Triple G messed up his eye socket, okay? And then he lost to Errol Spence Jr. after. I've seen Danny Garcia. I see too many great welterweights in this division to want to see Jeff Horn. If everybody needs to make up their mind. Is Manny Pacquiao great, or is he 38 years of age and he lost several steps? Because to me, he's 38 years of age. He's clearly lost some power. He's lost a couple of steps, and he still beat Jeff Horn tonight and got robbed. So don't tell me that these other dudes would be in trouble against Jeff Horn. No disrespect. None whatsoever. I mean, he's a good man. He cares about the kids. Obviously, he loves teaching. We appreciate all of that. But look, it's not an accident that we didn't hear about Jeff Horn. Who did he fight before tonight? And then he beat what everybody seems to be saying is an older version of Manny Pacquiao. That does not make him elite in this division. And I don't even want to hear that from Tim Bradley, because I don't think he can mess with Tim Bradley.
Tim, we'll let you go.
Well, all right.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Make your point.
Go ahead.
No, Steve, honestly, I just want to, you know, can Manny Pacquiao compete with those other welterweights that you were just talking about? Can he?
I think he could.
Do you think that Manny Pacquiao can compete with Keith Thurman, Crawford, Danny Garcia? Do you think that he can compete with those guys right now?
Yes.
What you saw tonight from Manny Pacquiao?
Yes.
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 There you go.
I do agree with you there.
There you go. That's all I need to hear. I think he can compete with all of them.
But you're one of the people. But you're one of the people who taught me that styles make fights. So the Manny Pacquiao that you saw tonight ain't necessarily a Keith Thurman or Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford or those dudes. Plus they're younger. Plus they'll have fresher legs. Plus whatever power they had in the earlier rounds, they'd have in the later rounds. These are all the things you helped teach me, along with Teddy Atlas. So come on now. Pacquiao's a tough matchup, no doubt. But styles make fights.
Timothy, go enjoy the rest of your day. It's only it's about 3:30 in the afternoon there. Enjoy your day. Great job on the call.
My man, great job.